Well, here it is, guys. The video a lot of you guys have been waiting for. Didn't think I'd have to make a video like this anytime soon, which sucks, but I mean, it's a part of riding. So, as a lot of you guys know, I did crash my Yamaha R1. A lot of people have been saying in the comments, it's because it's 1,000, it's because you can't handle 1,000, it's because you probably took a turn too fast. It's actually none of that. I actually really like this bike, and I ride between my means. But first, I'm gonna go over kind of what happened. First of all, I didn't really get injured, which I don't know how I didn't, but I'm super lucky I didn't. All I got really was a sprained pinky, sprained finger here. The only skin that broke was on this knuckle, and I was wearing full gear, of course, and then sprained this thumb. But I'm so happy I was wearing full gear. I was boots, pants, jacket, helmet. Helmet got cooked. Gonna have to get a new helmet. All the other gear is pretty fine, but I plan on getting a full suit to just kind of upgrade the gear, get ready for the next one. If you're a rider, you should know that it's not if you crash, it's when you crash, because everyone does go down at some point. It might not be a crazy crash, but you might slide out, but it's all a part of learning. So now what actually happened? I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna get hate for this. The accident was my fault. I was coming back from the twisties. I had a great run. Probably one of the best twisty runs I've ever had on this bike. And you know, I was feeling good. And it was on a busy commuter day. So there was a good amount of traffic leaving the area I was at. And it was stop and go traffic. I was sitting behind a car and traffic was moving steadily at like probably, I say 15 miles an hour. And then this is a spot where a lot of bikes are. So I saw a bike to my left. I looked to my left, gave him the good old hand signal. It was a really nice bike. So, you know, I was looking at the bike for a good minute. And when I looked back forward, traffic has actually stopped. And the car right in front of me stopped, and I was on their like right side. I tried to I fully grabbed my brakes. I have ABS though, which I think maybe if I didn't have ABS, I would have been able to stop in time. But I slammed the brakes. I tried to avoid it, but didn't really work. Tried to swerve to the right of the vehicle, and there was a small gap. It was a really tight gap because it's a one-lane highway, and the highway has a stoplight. I don't know why a highway has a stoplight, but I tried to squeeze that gap to the right, and it was too tight. I ended up hitting the back bumper of the vehicle, and I got thrown forward. Did kind of a front flip over my bike. Luckily, I stayed conscious for the whole thing, and I was looking at the front of my bike basically throughout the whole wreck. And I was lying there on the floor. I was like, you know, I was like, dang, I can't say that on YouTube. I was like, dang, it didn't feel, you know, real, but I was like, all right, it happens. So I got up, picked the bike up. Dude I got in the wreck with, super chill guy, luckily. We exchanged information. This is why I can't stress enough to have insurance. I mean, a lot of bikers out there don't have insurance just because it's so expensive, but when it comes to things like this is where you want to have insurance. I'll go ahead and put images. So this is my bike on the ground where it initially, you know, where it lied after the accident. And then this is a photo of the vehicle I hit. As you can see, I almost avoided it. Wasn't quick enough. And that's where the damage is on this side. This is the impact spot where a lot of the damage happened. I'm gonna go over that too. But you know, it just sucks. So I've already gotten a lot of hate on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, which I mean, it's part of social media. I mean, people hate for no reason, even if they don't know what actually happened. And a lot of people were talking about my last wreck, even though that wreck wasn't my fault. I got hit hit from behind by a dude that lost control on the highway, had no license, and he ran. And I was doing the speed limit in my own lane. So that was the other dude's fault in the last wreck, but I'm taking full responsibility on this one. I got distracted. It's another learning lesson right there. You can't let your guard down no matter what, even if you're going like 15 miles an hour on the road. Because shit happens, you know? And it can happen like that. I mean, I came off of a good run on the back roads, and it happened. But yeah, I'll show you guys like the damage now. So basically after the wreck, I had it towed home. I mean, I tried to start it up and ride it home. It smelled like something was burning. I don't know if it's just because the bike tipped, maybe oil got somewhere it wasn't supposed to be and it smelled like it was burning because of that, or if maybe there was dirt burning off of the pipes from when it was laid down. But when I first started it up, some smoke did come out of the pipe, so I think the oil did get somewhere it wasn't supposed to be. But I don't think it's there anymore because I can start it now, and I mean, it idles perfectly fine, which I think the engine is okay, hopefully. That's the main concern. I also don't think there's that much frame damage. The only frame damage I can actually see is right here on this side, and it really just looks like scrapes. Doesn't look bent whatsoever, which I mean is okay. This can't, I mean, it could probably be buffed out, but I saw another rider that had a carbon thing over here, so maybe put some carbon pieces. But yeah, let's get into the damage. So of course the aftermarket SC Project exhaust got scratched up. I mean, this isn't even that terrible. I could just run it like this. It's not the prettiest, but they do sell like just a slip-on right here. I have the pipes here, but I could detach this and put on a new one, which I mean, they're like 700 bucks though, which sucks, and it's aftermarket, so insurance probably won't cover it. And then over here we got the CP4 cover. So lucky it didn't crack. It just got scratched up like right here. It just scratched up, so that's replaceable. Some scratches on the fairing, just fairing damage. Fairings aren't that expensive, so I'm not too worried about it. More fairing damage right here. Fairing damage. Nothing really up there. You know, just some scratches here. Nothing you can really even notice. We got more fairing damage right here. And cooked Rizoma. This sucks because Rizoma doesn't sell replacement sides. I'm gonna try to DM Rizoma and be like, yo, can I just buy this side? Maybe we can work something out with them. But these are like $500 and you can't buy them individually, so you have to get the set. I literally have a side from my R7 because I did break one on my R7, and I didn't crash my R7, but I did break one because they are super delicate, and I had to buy a whole new pair. So that's already like over 2K in mirrors, which is absolutely stupid. But this side held up pretty well. This is the side it ended up laying down on though, because I hit this side and then just bounced over, laid it down this side. So this side was the side laying down on the ground, and then this side was the impact zone. I hit the car at about probably 10 miles an hour. I mean, I did stop pretty well. It was initially like 15 miles an hour, so I probably hit them at like 5 miles an hour or like 6 miles an hour. Not even fast at all, but it's fast enough to do damage. I don't know if the camera picks it up very well, but this is all scratched. I was thinking maybe carbon piece right here. As you see, it's coming off here, which somehow, I don't know how at all, this Rizoma is untouched. This is quite literally the side I hit the car on. I don't know how it's physically possible that this didn't break, but I mean, luckily it didn't. And then just a couple scrapes up on the Puig windscreen. I don't think it has to be replaced. And then, yeah, this is where the damage starts to get a little worse. See, we got some scratches on this fender right here, which is, I mean, fairing, which is, I mean, that's not terrible. This could be replaced. Luckily, no brake damage that I know of. No leaky fork seal, which is amazing. Just some scrapes on the actual fork. Nothing with either of these, which is awesome. This fairing is just coming completely off. And then, as you can see under here, this light got messed up. This got messed up, and this is where like the electrical damage starts. So the main kind of thing that happened was electrical damage. As you can see, this fairing is just completely gone. I have it inside, it just completely ripped off. And then up here, you can see it did crack. This fairing piece cracked, and the screen came out. It's like wiggling. The screen doesn't turn on, which is like one of the main problems. Hopefully nothing's wrong with the dampener. Hopefully nothing's wrong with the steering column. It's like, and then fairing damage here, some scrapes. I'm gonna get ASV clutch and brake levers like my last bike, so you know, don't have to worry about that too much. Luckily, no damage down here that I can see, which is really good. And I don't know how, well, I didn't fall on this side, but no damage whatsoever in the engine area, which is absolutely amazing. Nothing on the rear swing arm. Some scratches here, which is not bad. Nothing back here. Nothing back here, which is really good. I actually didn't really check this part yet, but it doesn't seem like anything's happened. So yeah, nothing on this brake, amazingly. So yeah, that is pretty much all the damage that happened. Nothing crazy. I think it could be easily rebuilt, you know, take it to the shop. I can honestly even do it here, but I'm not going to play with the electronical stuff. And I'd rather have a shop just make sure everything's good, because you don't want to be on a bike going down the highway full tuck and then just something goes wrong. That is the worst thing to happen. But yeah, so I just have to wait on insurance. They already covered my helmet, kind of. The helmet was they gave me a little less than what it's actually worth, but I'm gonna have to get a new helmet. I'm thinking about the R10, the Alpine Star. I think it's called the R10, the carbon one. I really like it. I tried it on once. But let's get a little more into this damage. So as you can see, you can hear it, like, you can hear everything like activate, but the screen does not turn on, unfortunately. I did have to ride it up on the tow truck, which, I mean, it felt perfectly fine riding up there. So I think it's good. I also had to ride it off the tow truck to park it here. But you know what? I kind of, we'll just start it up. I really don't want to, because it's not the smartest idea, but as you can tell, it does start, which is an absolutely amazing sign. All the lights still turn on, which is perfect. That means none of the light electronics got cut, like no wires got cut. I think it's really just the display screen that got messed up. And it wasn't leaking any fluids when it got laid down. No fluids whatsoever, so that's also a good sign. It smells a little burnt. I don't know if that's just because it runs rich, because I don't have it flashed or tuned. I think it's just because I don't have it flashed or tuned, and I usually have a helmet on when I start it up. But hopefully no internal damage in the engine that has like a leak inside of the engine. But you know, that's basically it. And I forgot to mention this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here on the headers, there's like some, it looks like oil. I don't think it's oil though. I think, because when I really don't know. I really don't know what it could be from. I think it might have been, this fairing doesn't really have damage though, and it was laid down on the other side, so I really don't know what it could be from. But it looks like something slid across there, even though there's like no fairing damage here. The fairing can be pressed down to where it would like slide something across there, but I don't think anything did like hit there. But that's the only thing I can see that looks like oil. It could also just be like burnt dirt that got rubbed there. I'm not sure, but there's no leaking oil anywhere. There's also a little scratch here on the frame, but it's not bent whatsoever. So all in all, second accident. If you're a rider and you, I mean, talk down on someone for going down, I mean, this was my fault. I do take, you know, full responsibility for it. I own up to it. It was a dumb mistake. I got comfortable and I wasn't paying attention. And that's the last thing you want to do on a bike, is get comfortable and not pay attention. So this is definitely another learning lesson. I'm going to be paying a lot more attention on the road, especially on roads with like stoplights and stop and go traffic. But I mean, I'm just lucky to not be injured. Waiting to hear back from insurance. I 100% think it's rebuildable. So I mean, if they do total it, I'll probably buy it back. And even though I already own it, I don't know how that works. I think I can just say I don't want to total it and they'll just give it to me since it's mine. But yeah, stay tuned for hopefully a rebuild series. I feel like there's more I want to say, but just don't know what. I just want to say thank you to all the people that have been like helpful and supportive throughout this accident. Like a lot of people, you know, checked in and, you know, actually asked how I was doing and like if the bike is fixable, stuff like that. But a lot of people were leaving hate comments, which I mean, you should. If you're ever gonna get into like posting on, you know, social media, you gotta learn that hate is just. But I mean, the fact that people can hate without knowing what actually happened, that's kind of crazy. So that's it. I did make it past 1,000 miles. I got a lot of people that said on my video when I bought it I wouldn't make it past 1,000 miles, so proved you wrong. Made it to 1,100 and over a month for people that said I wouldn't last a month. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna be making videos when I drop it off, because I'm gonna take it to the shop, and then of course we're gonna have to do a lot of aftermarket replacing. So a lot of YouTube videos to come on aftermarket parts. If you want to support, the best support is, you know, just watching the videos, dropping a like, a sub, helps with the algorithm, because this is not going to be cheap. But I mean, it's my fault, so I got to deal with it. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you watched it all the way through, don't forget to drop a like, a sub, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't know what it's going to be, but there will be a next one. So, see ya.